collect, preserve, explore. This is the mission of the Briscoe Center for American History. Located at the University of Texas at Austin, the Briscoe Center fosters exploration of the American story among students, scholars, and anyone who wants to know more about the past. Its holdings represent more than a century of collection efforts. At first, those efforts focused on Texas, then the South, and since 1991, the entire United States. The center offers researchers access to unique historical documents and objects, the most significant collection of Texas-related materials in existence, one of the nation's top 3 archives about the American South, and unmatched holdings on the history of American news media, just to name a few.
The Briscoe Center for American History is one of the great collections we have at the University of Texas at Austin. And it serves as a foundation for education of thousands of students at UT. It's a collection that scholars from around the country and around the world, in fact, come to utilize. And it's a collection that we're very proud to be able to present to the public.
The Briscoe Center is one of UT's intellectual catalysts. Students, scholars, and visitors can examine original items, immersing themselves in the past and deepening their understanding.
There's something about reading history in a textbook or in a secondary source that it's interesting, but history might not necessarily come alive for you until you go into a place like the Briscoe Center and pick up a document that may be 100 or so years old. Look at the writing, and you get connected to history in a very real way.
The Briscoe Center is committed to collecting and safeguarding this material so you can explore it. That's the only way American citizens can have an accurate history of our nation and its people.
We have a saying as historians that where there are no records, there's no history. And what we do is gather those records to make it possible for anyone to reassemble the past, to try to better understand it.
And that's part of the joy that students feel when they get an opportunity to read the letters of someone from 100 years ago and realize that they're very much the same, right? That we all share the same human emotions and struggles in life.
Unique to the Briscoe Center is its collections in photojournalism and news media history. Renowned Time magazine photojournalist Diana Walker describes why she selected the Briscoe Center for her archives.
In collecting photojournalism, it's giving a visual history. The Kent State picture, the Nick Ut picture in Vietnam, the Eddie Adams execution in Vietnam, the Ruby picture, Jack Ruby shooting Oswald. Look at that picture, and you get a sense of the whole thing. You look at the Schulke picture of the students jeering and reacting to blacks going into high school in Alabama. You could read 1,000 words, and it wouldn't be as effective as that picture.
Other collection highlights include those on the history of the American energy industry, civil rights and social justice, the United States Congress, politics, photography, and photojournalism, and a growing collection of flag history, sculpture, and other materials related to historical symbolism.
The Briscoe Center has one of the most important collections of political and congressional history from around the country. Because I've had a varied career, I want scholars, students, individuals to get a chance to see not just the social media, the videos of my political life, but also the personal notes, the collections, the various interviews that I've given that span over 40 years of public service on behalf of the American people.
In addition to providing access to historical evidence for researchers, the Briscoe Center actively mines its own collections for books, documentaries, exhibits, symposia, and web-based digital projects. American history is a global topic, and the Center aims to connect and share its collections through its publications and initiatives.
But we're very much into living history in the sense that we look at our documents, our collections, as living things that to be worked with, not to be stored away and gather dust in a basement someplace. Nor are we content with just sitting around and hoping someone will come and use our collections. We're using them ourselves.
The Briscoe Center's collections are central to the teaching mission of the university. Studying primary sources provides a learning experience like no other. Students from a variety of colleges and schools at UT, as well as students from other universities, conduct interdisciplinary research at the center. Here they can cultivate critical thinking, formulate questions, develop answers, and synthesize it all into a meaningful whole. Critical skills in this age of information.
Many of our history majors will never become professional historians, but in the process of studying history, I think they're going to learn to evaluate evidence critically. They're going to learn to write well. They're going to learn to make an argument. These skills will serve students well regardless of what they do later.
Collect, preserve, explore. Since its founding, the Briscoe Center for American History has enriched the lives of students, scholars, and visitors. With its collections, the center draws out the American story so that Americans can meet the present armed with knowledge. Through providing evidence, fostering exploration, and deepening understanding, the Briscoe Center for American History is a vitally important part of the University of Texas mission to change the world.